Hello friends, and welcome to day 5 of Spellbinder's 2024 Advent Calendar. Today's crafty surprise is a 2-piece die set. I'm a retired teacher. These die cuts remind me of one of the practice exercises the children would do to develop their handwriting skills. Practice makes perfect, but getting there can be a bit of a drag. So I'm kind of doing what I had them do, working in multiple colors to make it fun. As I said, there are 2 different dies in this set. I randomly cut 3 different colors of pink cardstock, 2 of each. Alternating between the colors, they're being adhered to a panel of black cardstock that was cut with one of the dies from Scallop Labels and Tag. These are thin die cuts, and I do want them to lay completely flat on the panel. Die adhesive is being applied in thin streams. To do that, the amount of pressure that I place on the bottle is minimal. Every once in a while I did get too much on, and so what I would do is just tap that off on some scrap cardstock. Rather than going through all the work of applying adhesive to these multiple die cuts, there are a couple of other things that could be done instead. One option would be to run them through a sticker maker, of which I do have, but I actually didn't think about it until I was doing this video. The second option would be to use double-sided adhesive sheets. All you do is take up the backing paper on one side, place down the cardstock that you want to die cut, then go ahead and do your die cutting, and to adhere it, you just need to remove the backing paper from the back of the die cut. So actually, this would be my method of choice, and I kind of wish I had done that. However, what did I say? Practice makes perfect. I got pretty good at getting the right amount of glue on these die cuts with all of that practice. Fast forward just a little bit and I'm done, and now I'll just flip over my panel and using my scissors trim off the overhanging bits so that they're flush with the edge of the panel. I'm going to be creating a shape card, so I'm using the largest die from, again, the Scallop Labels and Tag die set to cut black cardstock. The cardstock was folded in half and the die placed on it so that one side would overhang the fold. So because it was overhanging, the shape of the label is not going to be exact. So another die cut using the same die was adhered on top of the card base. Now back to my panel, I'm going to use a crocodile punch to punch a hole in the center of the scallop. This die set also comes with a tag which I've cut from the darkest pink cardstock, and it also has another die to create an insert, of which I've die cut from black and adhered it to the center of it. And I started off with this sentiment, which I ended up changing later. The tag was first adhered to the panel with liquid adhesive. Both ends of the pink ribbon are fed through the hole and then looped through the base of it. And I love dimension on cards, as you may have noticed. And so this panel is going to be adhered to another die cut out of black sheet foam. The dimension will also help this panel with its black background stand out from the black card base. And then the ribbon tails are snipped off at an angle. Going back to the pretty floral dies found in day 3, I've cut some flowers out of light pink cardstock and the foliage out of mint. The flower centers are out of cream cardstock. And once I've got them assembled, then I'm going to use them to create a couple of embellishment areas on the card. As you can see, I've changed up the tag by carefully peeling off that black insert die cut with the sentiment. The insert was replaced with a mid-tone pink that was used for one of the set of die cuts used on the background. And one single flower was used on the tag, and the rest will create a little grouping on the right-hand corner of the card front. And I'll just get this one finished off by adding in a little leafy stem to the base of those flowers. The sentiment that I finally settled on comes from the Woodland Tales Sentiments die set. The scripty words were die cut from cream-colored cardstock. Like the die cuts in the background, these sentiments are quite fine, and so I applied just a thin stream of adhesive to them. This die set also comes with shadow dies. I have cut the shadow die for the word perfect out of black cardstock and will adhere the sentiment to that before placing it on the card front. Placing this scripty word on the shadow will help it stand out from that busy background. I'll also pop it up by having it adhered to a foam shadow die cut. And now it's ready to be mounted to the card front. And then I'll finish up by adding in some ivory colored pearls around the sentiment on the tag. That will wrap up Day 5 of Spellbinder's 2024 Advent Calendar. This is a bright, colorful, and fun card that speaks to my teacher's heart. Stay tuned for Day 6, which promises to be a great combination of cute and pretty. Thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, I appreciate your visit.